F&G shit. Shot the whole day, though. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We slide. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the floor like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got a wet, it's not a claim. Worry about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob. I don't heard to be the sauce it up. Can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up.
Yes, 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 yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Gotta make sure I can be heard. I don't have my headphones and stuff on today. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna let it rock again.
F&G shit. Shot the whole day, though. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We slide. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the floor like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got a wet, it's not a claim. Worry about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob. I don't heard to be the sauce it up. Can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. F&G shit. Shot the whole day, though. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We slide.
Come on in.
Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the floor like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got a wet, it's not a claim. Worry about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob. I don't heard to be the sauce it up. Can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. About the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about the Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking
yes,
about
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. What's up with you? What's up with you, my man?
Let's chop it up.
Chop it up.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you,
too, brother.
Hey, before we get going, like always, I gotta give a shout out to Sarah and Triple P Radio. Appreciate you for plugging us up. Plugging me up with some of your other clients. I appreciate everything you do for Let's Chop It Up. So come on in, y'all. Come on in. We got a good one. This is Let's Chop It Up Thursday.
Let's chop it up.
Uncle Beats. And I'm your big homie, Trey Boogie.
You know
And
it. You know it.
So yeah, man, let's jump into it. Allow me to introduce the some and present the others. No other than Uncle Beats, man. What's happening with you?
Oh man, ain't nothing going on but time. You know,
That's
feeling
right.
good.
That's right. So man, it might be like 3, 2, 1 or 2 people on here that don't know who you are. So let's go ahead and introduce yourself to them.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's straight out of Chicago, Uncle Beats. And the streets like the white lines on the corner like the stop sign. If you look for me, baby, because I'm in there saying, hey, big head, you know? What's up with it, man?
I appreciate you coming on my platform too that time, and blessing us with your presence. I really appreciated that.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's,
No doubt.
a lot of people lazy and don't want to work, so they don't even get to the status where someone like you will have them on their platform. But I've been in the industry easily 30 years, professionally. And I'm still underground, still behind the scenes, but I make big things happen on the major side. But
That indeed.
I just really got in front of the camera recently, so I'm here working.
Let's go there. Let's go there, man. Let's go there. What got you, in front of the camera?
Well, what got me in front of the camera is once the feds locked my crew up, I was the only one that got out, so I just said, let me pick up the torch. My cousin asked me when we was in the cell. He like, hey man, if this don't happen, it's all in vain. So I just started putting more time and energy in myself because nobody gonna go out there and get it like I'm gonna go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right. That's just the truth. So it's like I feel like everybody who makes it in the game, they deserve what they get because they made the sacrifices and the hustles to be there. So it's just like ever since Sarah put me on to you, I've been checking you out, and you consistently doing your thing. So you're gonna have to grow if you keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. And a lot of people tap out, but it's a lot of people that I remember started out just how you started out, and now they're some of the biggest names around.
But that gives me motivation right there to keep going. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard, but anything hard is worth it to put that effort into it. So I'm with it. I'm with it all.
The biggest one I saw you pull off, right? And I said, now how you get him to get on here and talk about stuff when you had my homie Prodigy from South Central Cartel?
Big
I'm
pride.
like, oh, that's a big interview. People, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. He working, So it's like you did a perfect interview. You did a perfect interview. Perfect. So it's like I just see you growing,
And that feels that's music to my ears, and it makes me feel good hearing it from someone like you, because I see your work, I see what you do, I see who you're around, who you with,
Right.
So let's first of all, I want to talk about this because I know you went through it, and there's still folks out here not believing in the whole COVID thing, man. So I'm glad you made it through it.
Right.
But if you don't mind, from someone who had it and dealt with it like you dealt with it.
Right.
You talk about that, what how you felt, what you went through, and all that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just much as I tried to stay away from people because I really did, I still caught it, and even once I went to the hospital, because I was sick, I went to the hospital, they gave me an IV, I was good all over again. They told me to take some medicine, I didn't take it, because, I was kind of skeptical about the whole thing.
Okay.
When I take it, because they showed me the x-ray when I first got there, they said it's attacking your lungs, and they showed me. But when I went back, this time I couldn't just drive to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. I had to go by ambulance.
Wow.
showed me, they showed me who had the X-ray this time, and that thing was attacking my lungs. And you know, he said, "Man, we're gonna have to put you on a ventilator." I already got a mask on my face because I couldn't breathe. So I'm like, "Well, how long do that take?" And he said, "Like 22 to 30 days." So I'm like, "I gotta come back to the hospital for 30 days?" He's like, "No, you gotta stay here." So I'm like, "So I gotta sit up in the hospital for 30 days?" He said, "No, you're gonna be in a coma." I'm like, "A coma?" So I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
He's like, so I say, "How long I got to decide this?" He
Right.
said, "Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's now or never." So I called my sister. I'm like, "Hey, man, call up to this hospital and make sure I'm hearing them right." So then the doctor came back in the room, like right after I got off the phone with her, like, "What you gonna do?" So I just text my sister, like, "Hey, I'm finna go on and do it." And you know, and with through the grace of God, it came out 6 days later
Okay.
instead of the 22. When I woke up, I
Wow.
couldn't walk, and they came in and told me like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to give you therapy to talk and walk again." And I was happy as could be. I didn't even,
Mm.
I wasn't even like, "Oh, why would you do this to me, God?" I was like, "Hey, as long as I got all these good thoughts in my mind, I'm like, cool." And you know, and then the next day, I started talking. It was Easy E's birthday, and I'm
Mm.
like, "Happy birthday, Easy!" And I'm
Wow.
like, "Man, I just said that." Before I know it, I had to hit what any Easy fan would hit. Cruising down the street in my 6'4". I'm like, "Oh my
That's
goodness, I
right.
can rap." I'm like, "I can rap." So you know, the nurse came in and was like, "Oh, we can't believe that you doing it." And then they was like, "We're gonna get you up and have you walk later." I don't know. I can't walk at the time because I ain't been out the bed. I get up. They bring a walker. I'm like, "What they bringing this for?" I almost fell.
Mm.
I'm like struggling. Then I talked to my sister. She called. She's like, "Man, they say you doing good. They say you'll be out of here by Tuesday. You say you walk." I guess they knew that my walking was going to develop. I just didn't know. To me, it seemed like I was all messed up. But yeah, man, I got
Wow.
out, sat in the crib for about 4 months, just strategizing on what I didn't do before I almost died, because I could have died, you know. And it's
Right.
like I like that because it makes me say like, man, it ain't time to sit around and procrastinate. And then while I was in the hospital in a coma, my homie Crunchy daughter gets killed, just all type of stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
we got to really I got to really mash, you know, and that's really what we've been doing the whole time. Oh
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to get into, with Crunchy and how y'all met and everything. I want to talk about Double HMG also. Y'all guap getters, man. Give
Well,
me some info about that. Let us know about what's going on
hold
with
on.
that.
If
Huh?
we're gonna talk about Crunchy, we're gonna do it right. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. We're gonna do it right, y'all. Hey, where Crunchy at? Hold on. Nah, I was doing this interview. They want to know how we met.
I heard.
They want to know how we met.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey.
yeah. What's going on,
Salute,
man?
salute,
What's
salute,
going
G.
on with you?
OG, man. We
Yeah.
got to give you your flowers now. Crunchy
Oh, man,
Black
I
in the
appreciate
house,
it,
man.
brother. I appreciate it, bro. Let me give them right back to you, though. You know what I'm talking about? Hey,
Thank
man.
you, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Solid, solid. My condolences, man, to,
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it like a motherfucker.
you know, I've been keeping track. I've been watching you, I love watching you on Vlad TV. I like when you was calling him Glad, though, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, did you see this damn fool today though?
What
You
happened?
Oh,
gotta see
yeah,
today.
today was wild, man. Today was
Yeah,
wild, I
yeah, I gotta
promise.
go watch today. But we man, we back to work.
I
I'm putting
see.
whole tours together, man. So you know,
Right. What's really,
we're back
yeah.
to work. We
Two or
got
three
So,
of them.
we
okay,
got
let's talk.
some
I
real
know, I
big
know, I
shows.
know you got Land of Leland coming up, and I know you and Crunchy was working on something, right? And know you got a video you've been shooting or about to shoot.
Well, that's Return of. I got Land of Legion. He got Return of the Robbers. He going all out with Return of the Robbers though, cause we're doing 3 parts. We're doing a movie. We're doing like a compilation with all our artists
Well,
on it.
yeah.
So you
Okay.
know it's
We actually got the compilation done.
yeah, it's
The
done.
compilation for the movie, it's done really because we
Wow.
got all, yeah,
You know,
we
so
got the first single out there, which is all us, the what's the name
oh yeah, we
the
got the
posse song.
yeah, we got the HHMG song, you know, like I was asking about. So
Yeah.
we got mostly all our artists on there. A few couldn't make it, but you know, it get the point across. You know.
Hey, I've been watching y'all, and I salute y'all, man. Y'all doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I salute y'all, man. And it's an
Yeah,
honor
We
and a
appreciate it,
pleasure.
baby.
It's a pleasure and a privilege and an honor to have you on my platform right now, Crunchy Black. You know, again, I gotta
Man, you
give
know,
props.
anywhere this nigga at, man, I'm there, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I can see it.
you know,
That's right, man.
like you say, we always together anyway. But like people who really mess with me and go do their homework when they interview me, I don't have no problem snatching the guys in. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody just
Right.
doing it just to be doing it, pay some money. You want to interview, sucker.
That's right. Hey,
That's how
hey,
it normally be.
it's
But you
all
know,
love. It's all
oh,
love, man. It's
I
all
gotta show
love.
y'all the studio we working out of too, man.
Okay.
Cause you know, I'm gonna just turn it around like this.
Yeah.
So you know, so you don't have a good studio until you got you one of these. So y'all think it's that. Come over here,
Mm.
Lucky. Y'all think it's that, but no, it's something else. White boys, see?
Hey, that's right. That's right.
that's when you, that's when you know you got a good studio. But yeah, we
They,
doing all
they,
that stuff
they know
here.
how to engineer like nobody's
They
business,
know
man.
how to. They know how to engineer. We're doing the mix and mastering,
Right. All
shooting
that.
videos here. We got movie set, all that, you know. So we doing big stuff, man. That's why I'm definitely always looking for artists. It just got to be people that got to work, cause you know people hit me up all the time, man,
Mm.
and they might have 20 views on their video.
Right.
I don't even care about that. But why you only got one video? You know what I'm saying? That means you're not working. Now
Mm.
you can have. I'll take somebody that got 10 views. 10 videos with 20 views, 100 views over somebody that got one video with thousands of views. Because you ain't
Right.
working. You like, keep working. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you never know what's going to be that thing that pushes you to the next thing, you know? So it's like, you got to keep going, you know? Just like you. I'm sure you interview some people and you're like, man, I don't even know who this dude is. But like I said, even with me, you want to do some homework, boom. So your stuff is right, because you never know who's gonna be that next dude. Because it's like I
Right.
done been involved with so many people that turned out to be them next dudes.
Right.
Because Chief Keef, all them, I was running with all them. I just couldn't keep up with the speed of the young dudes. You know, I like being alive, so it's like
Yeah.
certain stuff I have too old to be bothered with. But you got to be good to everybody, because you don't know who that next dude gonna be. It's just that
That's right.
simple, you know.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
And you know,
but
I treat folks how you want to be treated, you know, and like you said, you never know, you know. But how did y'all meet up though? You know,
man,
I
what the way me and Crunchy met up is real simple. It's more me and Project Pat. So you know,
okay. I wanted to go into that too, but how did you
I've been
meet up with both of them then? Let's just
yeah,
go
I've been
there with it.
Pat. It is really just a regular old. You never know how it's gonna go. The way I got so cool with Project Pat, booked him for a show, did a song with him,
Hmm.
and we just clicked, and we just became great friends. And you
That's
know,
right.
and then Crunchy, he was seeing the stuff that I was doing with Pat, and me and Crunchy hooked up. The dude who's Crunchy manager, and got CT. He just said, "Hey man, we need to all get together," and we got together. And you know, we never looked back, especially when it was no reason 3 6 Mafia went back together. They
Right.
just they just didn't think Crunchy wanted to deal with it. I don't know why everybody wasn't talking together. You know what? Once I'm like, me and Crunchy hanging together all the time. They're like, what? So you know, it
Hmm.
just made it happen. So
That's
yeah,
right.
everything's beautiful now. Everything's
You know,
beautiful.
I know you got connections to the West Coast too. You know, we were talking about Big Prodigy, but I know you and Young Prod, Cali Pitts, had
Okay.
a couple songs in a song, right?
Yeah, that's my guy. Real hitters. We got real
Yeah,
hitters.
real hitters, real hitters.
Then him, Project Pat, and Mozzie got a song that I put together. But yeah, man. I mean, you gotta go to West Coast, man. All I have to say is, honestly, I can't speak for no one else.
Mm.
But I came up off the West Coast music more than I did the East Coast. So I feel like I told y'all in the beginning, Easy E is one of my guardian angels. So it's
Okay.
like, I say it all the time. I hustle like I'm Russell, get paper like I'm P, a game like I'm Dame, still a gangster like I'm Easy E. So it's like if y'all go look at my pictures on my Instagram, I got pictures when I'm a kid at the NWA concert, straight out of Compton tour. It's like I knew what I was gonna be from the time I was 6 or 7 years old. And then I actually got to see Easy perform when my record label bought him out for a concert. So it's just like
Okay.
he was doing Compton City G's and all that. And I got to chop it up. I got real cool with Drayster, who was on Compton City G's. So it's like
Okay.
all I have
Jason.
to get out there.
That's right. And so you obviously know all South Central Cartel and everyone there. Did you
Oh
get a
yeah.
chance to meet everyone?
I know Havoc, Mouthpiece. He from the Chi.
Yeah.
That's my dude. He from the Chi. So yeah, that's to me greatest group in the world. I know I met LV, greatest group in the world. Just politics, man. These
Yeah.
politics out here. And they refuse to.
Still politicking out here.
They refuse to change over. It's so funny. I was listening to some of my music from like 2001, and my cousin like, man, you rapping about the same. It's like the same thing. It's just updated. Like, yeah, because people used to tell me I need to change to what everybody is doing. Now none of them is around, and I'm still here.
Right.
And
Right.
I about the cartel gang. It's like they just keeping it gangster. Which gangsters coming back.
Hey, they big out here, so we all
Yeah.
love them and stuff. Yeah, it was a funny story because like when was it? It was like 91. 91, I think it was, when we did a showcase with South Central Cartel. We opened up for them in Hollywood and came back to San Diego telling everybody about South Central Cartel. Like
Right.
they the next group. They the next NWA. You know what I mean? But the
Yeah.
politics, the politics, man. But
Politics.
we need brothers like that and you and Crunchy and, we need y'all, man, because things has changed now in the music scene, What's your
Yeah.
take now on how the music is now?
Oh, I love it. I love what these young dudes doing because it's like I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't always a fan of 3-6 Mafia in the early beginning because they were different.
Mm.
And people ain't used to something that's different. So it's like they were so different. And what I see a lot of these young cats doing, the ones that's different, I love them. The ones that's just being a copycat of what somebody else is doing, I be like, who gonna buy something fake when they can go get the real thing?
Right.
But a lot of these dudes, I understand them because I came straight from the street, came straight from the game. So I understand where they're going with it, and I can relate. Really, they made me step my game up because to me, this is a problem with a lot of the older rappers. Y'all trying to rap about what the young dudes is rapping about, and it doesn't make sense. To like, come on, man, you're a granddaddy. Like,
Right.
you're not like so. So why are you rapping about like that? So as you and me know from not even knowing each other, you gotta come off as the big homie's big homie. Because what you look like, you know what I'm saying? I got a great beard. What I look like wearing tight pants and all this stuff and talk like they not gonna respect it, I try and give them the game to let them know like, hey man, this is where you can end up if you take the
Right.
oh my went to prison or they did. All of them, the ones I grew up with. So it's
Yeah.
like, this is where this is the after effect of them streets, of that gang life. You know, that's what I try and put in my music, and I always give them some ism to let them know what it is about these women and stuff out there, you know, and backstabbing friends. I just try and give them the after effect, but it's like I haven't killed nobody on one song because I know that ain't me. Now,
Right.
when I was 25, I'm gonna fight everybody. We can shoot, we can do whatever, but it's like that ain't me right now because I see that sends you to prison. I see you
Right.
can't
You
come
know the
back from
result.
that. Right, so it's
Exactly.
like that's what I put in my music. You know, like I love what's going on with these young dudes right now. I love how they getting the PPP loans and all this stuff that they doing. Cause we had to sell crack when I was coming up. Where
As
around
you
get
said, you
caught
know
with
how they getting these PPP loans. I hope they getting them right because they about to start cracking down on folks.
still, man, we're talking about people who was willing to do anything to get some bread. They was I'd rather go to jail for a PPP loan than go
Facts,
for some
facts.
bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey,
Oh yeah.
it's just be smart, young brothers. Be smart. You know what I'm saying? Go buy something that you can see, you know, but it's kind of hard when people ain't never had no money. They gonna go because that little
Yeah.
chump change, $20,000 ain't no money. I
Yeah.
be
It's
here.
gonna
I
be
got a
gone.
homeboy. They just be going crazy. That ain't gonna change your life. It could just be
Nah.
a bonus to your hustle if you're a hustler. You know that ain't it ain't gonna. But right now, I just love how all the young dudes. I love how they doing this credit card scamming, all that stuff. It's like they taking the street to the white collar level and see they can't even charge you the same like they do with this crack. Because if you do it for Timmy, you got to do it for Tyrone, and they not finna get these white boys all that time for this white collar crime.
Right.
So
Right.
like, when I
That's
was
how
on
they got us with the crack and the cocaine. You know, cooked
man,
versus uncooked.
I find a heron conspiracy with my people. I'm in jail, so white boy. Now I'm gonna keep it real. All the stuff they say my people was doing, we wasn't doing that. They wasn't
Mm.
doing that. And the ones that was getting down, they wasn't no heavies like that for them to be trying to give us life in prison.
Right.
So I'm in there with a guy. He said he was on a 5,000 pound weed conspiracy. And I'm like, man, if they trying to give us life for some ounces of heroin, what is they finna give him? They
Yeah.
like, man, I'm looking at 7 years. I'm like, 7 years for 5,000 pounds? I say the average
Wow.
dude would be lucky if they sell 4 or 5. So what kind of
Right.
time could they get? So it's just like, I'm not against people being hustlers or being criminals going against the system. I'm not against that. I'm just against you doing stupid stuff, taking
Mm.
stupid chances. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody selling crack or heroin or meth nowadays, you a fool. If you're gonna be a gangster and be a criminal, pick a smart hustle. It's too much card cracking to do. It's too much these PPPs and this unemployment. Like you gotta be crazy not to get some of this money. If you a hustler, like why would you risk getting even pimping? Why would you
Yeah.
risk getting 50 years in prison when you can do this other stuff? Like right now, it's just time. I think the hustle gods that came and said,
It's
"Let
on
me
them right
spread the
now.
streets with some." Yeah, it's the hustle gods. I love it though, because record labels is popping up. All these rappers is got people booking shows, everything. It's like I love it. You know, it's like, but I just don't see nobody making no real investments. You know, I see a lot of stupid stuff because they get caught up in what these rappers saying they doing. Cause everybody rich.
Yeah.
Can't nobody be. I never seen nothing like it before. Can't nobody be broke no more. Nobody. Everybody rich with no job. I just never seen this. Nobody is showing you how they hustle, how they get the money, but they just rich. Like, man, come on, man. Get up at it. I'm just so tired of. I just get so tired of it, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
Man. Hey, we gotta, you know, I know you busy and do your thing, so and you know I ain't gonna hold you too long, but we gotta talk about Land of Leland though. You
Oh
know,
man,
what
man.
can we look out for on that project?
I'm gonna tell you so. I'm gonna tell y'all something about when I get on the mic. Unlike everybody else, I don't do it for the money. I
Mm.
do it because God gave me a gift. So I had to say to myself one day, if I don't use this gift, why would God give me another gift? So land of leading is part 2 to the life of leading. So when you listen to the life of leading, when you listen to the land of leading, you're gonna walk away with some kind of way to get some money. And I don't care what nobody say. If you can't listen to my music and figure out how to hustle, and I'm not talking about selling drugs.
Right,
I'm talking
right.
about hustling. It's like I'm just trying to give people the blueprint. Cause like I said, what good are you if you know how to get money and you don't show nobody else how to do it? You know, it's
Mm.
like so that's all that's gonna boil down on land of Leland. Anything with me, all you gonna do is laugh and get some money, man. That's all you're gonna do is laugh and get some money.
Mm. Hey, and having that title, big homie, you got to do that. You know what I mean? You got to pass that game on to, the ones that's willing to listen. You know what I mean?
The ones that's willing to listen. If I only get one person to listen, I done my job.
That's
Like when
right.
I caught COVID, I feel like God used me as a poster child for COVID. So somebody can see like, hey man, you can die from this, So it's like I didn't trip on it. I ain't never sit around like, why me? Never. I don't do
Mm.
that, Like when I caught my Fed case, which was dismissed, everybody in there, oh man, they got a 97% conviction rate. Well, I say, well, I guess you're gonna call me Trey, because I'm finna be in that 3. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I told my cousin who was on the case, I'm like, hey man, I know they ain't got no video of me selling no dope. I know they ain't got me talking on the phone on no dope. I know they ain't got nothing with me to do with no dope. So I ain't worried about it. So it's just like, I'm just saying that to say people got to stop laying down for everything they throw at you. You know what I mean? Like,
They got me like that when I was young, when I was in New York. You know what I mean? Weapon charge, dope charges, all kind of
right,
charges. I ain't never got caught with nothing. I just took the plea bargains like a dummy.
right.
You know what I mean? If I could go back right now, I'd knock my young self out, man. I ain't never got caught with nothing.
That's what they do. They know you ain't thinking. They know you want. They know you're not looking ahead. And like I just always looked ahead. I'm like, well, I guess you're gonna have to give me life if I gotta sit and go for something I didn't do. Boom, here they come. They go from life to 20 years to 10
Yeah.
years to 5 years to probation. I mean, a drug class to probation. I wouldn't even take probation, dog, because I'm like, if y'all dropping down on all this stuff,
Why I
then
gotta
it ain't
do that
nothing.
then?
I'm like,
Right,
man,
right.
missile or nothing. My lawyer couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, I'm cool. I'll just sit in jail and preach the gospel to these young dudes up in here. He couldn't believe it. I'm like, but you just gotta have a strong mind. It's all a state of mind. I'm big on having your credit together, which ain't hard to do. You gotta have your credit, which ain't hard to do. I ain't gonna lie, man. I figured I had to repair credit when the pandemic hit, and I'm just sitting in the house watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
I'm like, why am I still walking around with this drug dealer mentality, like putting stuff in my mama name and all this foolish stuff? You know what I mean? It's like I said, I really like that's what I like about the pandemic. It gave me time to sit in the house and think, because I'm like,
Yeah.
man, if I die right now, what am I really leaving my kids? Like, what am I really leaving them? You know what I'm saying? I was like, so let me buy some houses and get stuff. So if I go, at least they can say, all of us got $500. He left us something. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so many people that don't think like that. They don't prepare like that. And it's like one of my biggest idols, Sam Walton, the guy who came up with Walmart. All his kids billionaires. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He left them set up. So really, that's really what it's about. So like what you're doing right now, you're creating something for your family after you gone. Because
Exactly.
if you're not putting these interviews and stuff on YouTube after you done, you tripping. Because that's a check. It's gonna always be around, and you that, and I hate to say it, one day all of us gotta go.
Yeah,
I
no
could
doubt.
die tomorrow. People gonna rush right to your video and pull it up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people just got to create these revenues, because like on my single off of Land of the Leland, featuring Crunchy Black and Psycho Capone, with
Okay.
that how long where we redid Curtis Mayfield, it's like really how long can a good thing last? And that's what
Mm,
people have to really think and consider about that, you know?
that's right. That's right. That's all facts, man. I hope I know y'all listening too, because I'm listening. You feel me? So,
Hmm.
what I wanted to ask you too, man, is about how did you hook up with Triple P Radio? Like Sarah doing her thing, shows nothing but support. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? How, I love what she's doing. How did that happen?
I hooked up with her doing a radio interview.
Hmm.
I'm going to actually an industry party, and we just chopped it up. And she checked out what I was doing, checked out my music, and I just asked her what did she do, and I told her the services I needed, and she got straight to work. She good at public relations perfectly. Like I'm
Yeah.
always sending people to deal with Sarah. She good on the management side, the promo side. So she's another one. Like I watched. I dealt with the Julia Beverleys and all them. It's like so. It's just all about how much you're gonna put into it, and then it'll come
Right.
back at. Oh, my boy Short Body on here. He out there in Cali with you. He from the shot. You need to DM him, Short Body, and holler at him because he doing a lot of great stuff too. But
Appreciate you.
yeah, Triple P, she working with a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you want to work, she gonna make it happen. I have
That's right.
I have to tell her sometime she going a little too hard. I be trying to explain to her, but anything I can help her with, I'm a help her with it though. You know.
That's right, man. So look,
Yeah.
man. Hey, right now, can we let them know where to find your music act and stuff, and then give your shout outs, man. I know,
Yeah.
I know you gotta get back to work, man.
All right, man. Hey,
Y'all look like y'all was having fun up in there,
you
man.
see, we at work. You gonna catch us? We at work. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hanging out, but definitely if you're looking for my music, you can find it on guapgetters.com. GWOPGETTAS.com. You can find all the HMG stuff. You can find out what's going on with Crunchy Black, me, the rest of the guys. And then you can find me on Apple Music and all the other good stuff. All you got to type in is Uncle Beats. Uncle Beats. And I'm going to come up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here forever. So, it's too late. Y'all to let me figure out how to be here forever. So, nothing but
Hey,
love, man. Come out to Cali. I got to mess with you. Who I do have to shout out is my cousin Derek Luckett out there in Cali. He
okay.
been out there a while. He been out there in San Diego all through there doing our real estate. Shout him,
Okay.
my cousin Derek Luckett. Shout out HMG and my family, all my friends, and definitely shout out to God for making me so cool, man. Without him,
Uh,
none of this.
my bad, my bad. Hey, I appreciate you, family, and whenever you want, bless my live performances, y'all should do one of your singles. All
Oh,
three of y'all. I'll
you know
trip them
what?
out.
You know what? We can make that happen. We got you just gotta come out sometime too, man. Let me know when you want to come out because we got a lot of big shows coming up, man. We got a lot of big shows.
Okay.
Right now we just mostly down south. We got stuff coming up in Florida, Atlanta. Oh, you know what? I just locked in like a lot of stuff in Wisconsin,
Mm.
being
That's
around the Chicago area.
my
So
bro out there in Madison.
Madison, we got something in Madison. I
Yeah.
just
You
I
know,
just hooked up something in Madison, Wisconsin. So
he from the Gold though. He from the South Side. So you
okay.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of Chicago people that went to Wisconsin anyway. I remember when all my friends was moving when I was a kid and stuff. I'm like, we going to Minnesota, we going to Milwaukee.
yeah.
Somebody had to take the gang banging somewhere.
But
Hey,
yeah, man.
something I want to explain too. You probably know, but what's amazing to me? What I never understood. Well, I understand it, but contrary to popular belief, we don't have Bloods and Crips in Chicago.
Nah.
Not a one.
Nah.
We don't.
You have fives and six. I mean, I know.
Right.
I know
Right.
what time it is. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I know what time it is. So,
And you know what? You know what? I mean, I know that people in Chicago won't take credit for it, but a lot of that is, even though Easy and them was doing their thing, they never preached the poison. You
nah.
know, it's like they were just giving gangsters a soundtrack to a gangster life. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't say that's because we this. So I'm saying that to say, man, a lot of y'all messing up your record sales, man. You know,
Let
y'all
them
got
know. There's a
y'all.
lot of artists on here.
It's a difference from representing and different from gang banging. Just like on Vlad TV, I got on a Larry Hoover shirt. I'm making a political statement with that. I'm
Right.
not doing gang bang, you know. I might have somebody from the Crips on there next time that I feel is a political prisoner, you know. So it's like
Right.
y'all just gotta go up and get this money, man, because it definitely beats working at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
On the real, man. Again, hey, Uncle Beats, man, you know, I appreciate you, and let's make that happen. Let Crunchy Black say I really appreciate him coming on the platform and blessing me for a couple
So,
seconds, chopping it up with me. Again, I got to say thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Triple P Radio. I really want y'all on that live performance, man. I think
man,
that'll be so
we
dope.
probably get that together, man. I'm messing with you, man. You know,
Okay.
anybody that's working. Oh,
Say
and
that.
before I go, he just got on here.
Oh,
Man,
man.
that's who I need to give you an interview with. Shout out to the one and only, never the phony, the incredible Deli Dale. You know what I'm saying?
Deli Dell.
Deli Dale is the man. Deli Dale, my uncle Deli Dale, he definitely plugged me with everybody, man.
That's
Everybody.
right.
If people saying they're in the music industry and they don't know Deli Dale, they might not be in the music industry.
Say that.
They ain't selling records if they don't know Deli Dale, man.
Say that. Say
Number
that.
love, number love. Y'all go check me out. Uncle Beats everywhere. Add me on everything. And if y'all want to see what it feel like to be a player living life, both them girls and on the planes, watch me.
I appreciate you, man.
Number love, brother.
What?
Shot the whole day, bro. Shot the bro, Trey Boogie.
That's right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Sliding in the rental, trying to
It's your big homie Trey Boogie. This Let's Chop It Up Thursday. I'll holla.
With the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on their toes like nail polish. In the city, we give us